This shameless, clumsy bull acted like a real rat. When his young opponent reached out for a handshake, he arrogantly ignored it and landed a cheap, vicious shot. With such disrespectful act, he tried to intimidate an 18-year-old student of Fedor Emelianenko. He charged at Kirill, trying to rip his head off. This bull was 20 kilos heavier than his opponent and was sure that his pumped-up muscles and dirty tactics would get the job done. But when the filthy bull realized Kirill didn't even flinch, he went straight for the low blow. That was the end of his rat tricks. What followed were sloppy overhands that only caused a hurricane. But Sadelnikov wasn't afraid of the storm. He countered the clumsy bodybuilder's strikes with ease. Soon the cocky bull was gasping like he needed an oxygen mask, and that's when Sadelnikov proved that muscles don't win fights. The student of the legendary Fedor fully lived up to expectations and made his great coach proud. This shameless rat made a huge mistake. First, he reaches out his hand and then lands a cheap shot. Such sneaky deceit shows his extreme disrespect for his opponent. When this Englishman faced a humble guy from France, he immediately started showing off and acting outrageously disrespectful. Yet even so, he beat up the humble fellow without giving him a chance.
Oh, come on, man.
What's even more infuriating is this cocky showboater acts so arrogant only against a weaker opponent. After each hit, this insolent rat literally mocked his rival. The humble Frenchman showed the heart of a true champion. Even when it looked like he had no chance to win, he kept fighting for his honor. Meanwhile, the dirty fighter kept making it clear he didn't take his rival seriously, provoking him at every opportunity. Tired of this disgusting behavior, the Frenchman patiently waited for his moment, and when the dancer hit the peak of his arrogance, he instantly punished the dirty rat.
Again with the jab.
He turned the Englishman into a star, not for his victories, but for his humiliating defeat. Just look at this shameless rat. When his opponent reached out his hand as a sign of respect, this fool answered with a cheap shot. At a bare-knuckle tournament, this intimidating monster faced a chubby guy with a kind face. The fighter, nicknamed Yakuza, immediately saw his opponent as easy prey. But when the fight started, the chubby guy turned into a beast, driving Yakuza into the corner. Realizing he might lose, Yakuza decided to win by any dirty means necessary. First, he cracks the humble soldier in the back of the head and drops him. Then, when his opponent gets up with extended hands, this rat lands another filthy strike. Shocked by such a disgusting move, the Viking started eating punches and fell again. Not letting his opponent recover, the rat viciously struck him during the referee's count. But the Viking has the heart of a true lion, and after enduring the rodent's cheap tricks, with one clean punch, he taught that filthy rat a brutal lesson in respect. This despicable rat made a huge mistake. The moment his humble rival offers a hand of respect, this shameless scumbag fires off a vicious combo. What's even more infuriating is that the seconds later, he repeats the same filthy trick. When this pumped-up youngster stepped in against the aged veteran, he thought that he would easily knock out the skinny old man. Unfortunately for him, the old predator began to demolish Venom. Realizing his muscles were useless against the veteran's experience, the rat spat on every code of honor and tried to win by any dirty means. Shocked by such treachery, the veteran started taking shots, while the coward kept piling on his cheap attacks. Faced with such filthy behavior, the humble soldier only wished the rat good luck, because his vile tricks unleashed the beast. Despite eating punches, the old warrior showed his heart, proving old lions may lose their teeth, but never their character. And after enduring all the dirty tricks, he grabbed the cowardly rat by the tail and unleashed a brutal lesson in respect and sportsmanship.
This is one of the dirtiest moves ever seen from a female fighter in the UFC. At the very start of the fight, Ji Yeon Kim calmly stepped forward and extended her hand as a sign of respect. No tricks, no tension, just sportsmanship. What she got in return was a cheap kick straight to the ribs, thrown deliberately while Kim was open. No apology, no hesitation. Kim answered immediately. A sharp counter hook landed clean, snapping Kassem's head back and making it clear that the line had been crossed.
At plus 145 and... Oh! Early knockout!
But the fight didn't end there, and for behavior like that, a quick knockout wouldn't have been enough. Fighting in front of her Australian crowd, Nadia Kassem tried to keep playing games. Later, she again reached out as if nothing happened. When Kim refused to touch gloves, Kassem visibly lost control. The frustration showed on her face. From that moment on, Kassem chose pressure. She started marching forward, throwing wide hooks, trying to drag Kim into a wild exchange. The idea was simple: overwhelm her with aggression and volume. It didn't work. Kim stayed composed, tight guard, hard. Small steps, no panic. She picked her shots and started targeting the body. Short punches to the midsection, clean kicks under the elbows. Every liver shot landed with precision. Kasem slowed down quickly. The aggression faded. The footwork disappeared. Her punches lost snap. Each exchange ended with Kim landing the cleaner shots, especially to the body. The damage accumulated round after round. By the later stages, Kasem wasn't attacking anymore. She was backing up, breathing through her mouth, guard dropping. The crowd could see it. Another clean body shot folded her. Another combination forced her to shell up. When the fight ended, there was no celebration from the Australian, just frustration, tears, and the realization that the night had slipped completely out of her control.